Today, a rapper meeting with the president isn't an abnormal thing. Throughout the years, we've seen numerous artists suit up and meet with the president, but this wasn't always the case. Actually, early on, it didn't even feel like a reality. And back in the early 90s, when Republican candidate George Bush became president, it especially didn't feel like a possibility. But in 1991, that all changed, because this would be the year that Eazy-E would be invited to a dinner with a group called the Republicans' Inner Circle. But the question is, how did this happen? How did Eazy-E get an invite to a dinner with a bunch of conservative Republicans who probably didn't really like Eazy-E? Remember, Eazy-E came into the game with his group NWA. That name alone speaks for itself. That's the kind of name that makes these type of conservative white people uncomfortable. And the music that they were dropping was not making it any easier, especially with their controversial single, F the Police, an anthem for people at the time dealing with police brutality. This song was so hard-hitting that the FBI actually wrote a letter to NWA's record label expressing their disapproval for the song and claimed the song misrepresented the police. This song was even banned at radio stations and they couldn't even perform it at shows.
His biggest hit is so controversial the FBI protested. We couldn't broadcast it on a dare.
The name of the record? The record, yeah. The Police.
So with all this being said, Eazy-E wasn't exactly what conservative white Americans were listening to at the time. So him being invited to a dinner with them surely had to be a mistake. Well, that's kind of what it was. Due to Eazy-E donating to various organizations, he was given an invitation from Texas Senator Phil Gramm to join the Inner Circle and attend a fundraising dinner with President Bush that would cost him $12.50 a plate. Before the Republicans would realize that it was a big computer foul-up and it was Eazy-E who they invited, Eazy-E already sent the money and became an official member.
So why was Eazy-E there? Mainly because he was invited. Like many Americans, he received a fundraising letter from Texas Senator Phil Gramm inviting him to join the elite Inner Circle for $1,000, of course. In a follow-up note, Senate Republican leader Bob Dole pointed out his fellow members would include Arnold Schwarzenegger and George Shultz. Before the Republicans realized it was all a computer foul-up, Eazy-E just sent in the money and was made an official member.
So there was really no going back for them, and they had to allow Eazy to attend the dinner. And shout out to him, because he really didn't get suited up at all. He actually pulled up in his classic Eazy-E attire. And this was a great move for him. Eazy-E was early on to the all publicity is good publicity train. He was a genius on how to keep people talking, how to stay in the conversation, and he would famously say he got $1 million worth of press for only $1,200. Classic.
A lot of donations to different organizations. So what they did is they picked my name off giving donations and they sent me an invitation to come down there. The invitation said, we want to invite you to the Republicans party. I'm not no Republican, you know. So I went down there. When we went down there, as soon as I got off the plane, you had CBS, CNN, and all these people like Eazy-E, gang member, drug dealer, and all this, you know, comes down here to the president's luncheon and all that, you know, and they just blew it up. Basically, what I did is I paid $1,500 for $1 million worth of press.
But let me know what y'all think about this. Eazy-E being invited to a dinner full of conservative Republicans. I wonder what went down in that dinner. Shout out to all the yo-yas on the east side. It's your boy KD. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'm out of here.